The world stood at the precipice of global nuclear annihilation not once but many times, spared only by a faulty switch, a dropped wrench, or the gut feeling of a single human being. In 1958, an unarmed Mark VI nuclear bomb was accidentally dropped from a B-47 bomber onto a farm in Mars Bluff, South Carolina. A technician had removed a safety pin, and the pilot accidentally hit the emergency release during a training flight. The conventional explosives within the bomb detonated upon impact, destroying a family's home and injuring several people. This incident highlighted the alarmingly rudimentary safety protocols surrounding early nuclear weapons. A faulty radar system at Thule Air Base in Greenland triggered a false alarm in 1960, indicating a massive Soviet missile attack. The ballistic missile early warning system mistook the rising moon over Norway for incoming ICBMs. NORAD went to full alert status, and fighter jets were scrambled for potential interception. Thankfully, human operators quickly analyzed the data and debunked the phantom attack before any irreversible actions were taken. In 1968, a B-52 bomber carrying 4 hydrogen bombs caught fire and crashed near Thule Air Base, Greenland. The aircraft disintegrated on impact with the sea ice, rupturing the bombs and scattering radioactive plutonium across a wide area. A massive and dangerous cleanup operation, codenamed Cactus Flower, was launched to recover fragments and contaminated ice. This event demonstrated the severe environmental hazards posed by nuclear weapon accidents even without a nuclear detonation. A mid-air refueling collision involving a B-52 bomber and a KC-135 tanker occurred over Palomares, Spain in 1966. 4 hydrogen bombs were dropped as a result, with 2 rupturing and spreading radioactive plutonium. One bomb landed intact in a riverbed, while another was lost in the Mediterranean Sea for months. This incident sparked a massive international cleanup effort and underscored the catastrophic potential of accidents involving nuclear materials. A dropped wrench socket during maintenance in 1980 caused a Titan II ICBM silo in Damascus, Arkansas, to experience a catastrophic fuel leak. The highly volatile missile fuel ignited, leading to a massive explosion that blew the 740-ton silo door off. The W-53 nuclear warhead was propelled hundreds of feet away, but miraculously did not detonate. One airman was killed and many others were injured in what was a terrifyingly close call. In 1979, a training tape simulating a full-scale Soviet attack was accidentally loaded into the live NORAD computer system. This error caused strategic bombers to be scrambled and missile crews to be placed on high alert across the United States. White House staff were even notified of an impending attack before the mistake was identified through cross-referencing with other warning systems. It was a stark reminder of how human procedural errors could trigger a global alert. Russia's early warning system mistook a Norwegian scientific rocket launch for a potential Trident missile attack in 1995. President Boris Yeltsin was handed his nuclear briefcase and had minutes to decide on a retaliatory strike. This was the only confirmed instance of a Russian president activating the nuclear briefcase. Yeltsin ultimately judged it a false alarm, preventing a potential nuclear exchange over a non-threatening scientific experiment. During the tense Cuban Missile Crisis in October 1962, U.S. Navy destroyers dropped depth charges on Soviet submarine B-59 to force it to surface. Unaware of communication from Moscow, 2 of the 3 senior officers on board, including Captain Savitsky, agreed to launch a nuclear torpedo. However, Second Officer Vasily Arkhipov famously refused, insisting on surfacing first, thereby preventing a probable nuclear war. In 1961, a B-52 bomber carrying two Mark 39 hydrogen bombs broke up in mid-air over Goldsboro, North Carolina during an emergency. One bomb's parachute deployed, landing relatively safely, but the second plunged to Earth at high speed. Alarmingly, 5 of its 6 safety mechanisms failed during the impact. The only thing preventing a multi-megaton detonation was a single low-voltage electrical switch. On September 26, 1983, Soviet duty officer Stanislav Petrov single-handedly averted a potential global nuclear war. The Soviet early warning system reported 5 incoming U.S. ICBMs, a scenario that protocol demanded immediate nuclear retaliation for. Petrov, however, trusted his gut feeling that it was a system malfunction, not a real attack, and reported it as a false alarm. His calculated disobedience prevented what would almost certainly have been a global nuclear exchange based on faulty computer data. These incredible near misses reveal just how close humanity has come to the brink of nuclear catastrophe on so many occasions. Which of these terrifying moments surprised you the most, or made you wonder what other close calls we still don't know about?